Hello one and all, this is Luckless Lovelocks back with Danganronpa, and we're continuing the investigation. I believe we're going to use the key on locker. It must be this one. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Mikado, do you see the locker furthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? We should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it! Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. What are we gonna find? Arrows. Arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. And there's something below that. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. That a bloodstain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. Duct tape is related to the case somehow. But how could it possibly be involved? This one feels to me to be very unobvious. Like, I'm still not sure what's happened here. And it's actually been a while since I played this, so I'm trying to remember even what I do know, and what I can remember it doesn't seem to really connect in my head yet. That's all the locker has to offer for now. Something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Bikuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Oh, Fenrir, yeah. That's the organization that Ikaro Mukusaba belonged to. First, a group that Mukuro was a part of. But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? We're in this school. Would you go to do research on something? Research? Oh, you're talking about the archive. That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. So impatient. I mean, can't we take as much time as we want? Maybe that's how we can game the system. We just never have the trial. But then how do we get out of here? I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Becky seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to his shelf in the back. He did spend some time in here, right? Like quite a bit of time. Here we go. Quickly return to the file in hand. Oh, I need to talk to him. Great. Thanks, game.
See.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what that says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they had acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? All just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? Ragnarok? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. Okay, the tattoo. What? Got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean? So is that I'm trying to remember what the tattoo looked like. I could take a look at it afterwards. Oh. Oh, it's nighttime, right?
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial!
We have to begin the class trial now.
So,
Okay.
please meet up in the usual spot. See you later!
I wasn't expecting it to start so soon. Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It seemed that way. Let's go. Wow. I'm not at all ready for this. Let me look at the case file here. Truth bullets. Let's look at the tattoo. Oh, okay, that's definitely the tattoo. I mean, I know that there was an explosion, but it looks a bit faded, doesn't it? But he had a tattoo of a dog on the back of the right hand. Alright. I'm gonna do the pre-trial stuff, and then we'll start the trial on the next episode, I think. Whoa, Byakuya and Mikado showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Mikado's right. High enough for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you?
Huh?
What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or what?
What?
Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. I don't know what voice to do. Who's it gonna be, guys? Is it gonna be Mukuro? Is it gonna be Kyoko? We heard that voice. We all spun around to look.
hey,
It's Kyoko! Yes! I love Kyoko. I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko? Kyoko, you're still alive? No, it's gross. It's like so. Hero is so Scooby-Doo-ish. That's every time I imagine these dialogue parts, I just think like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Stop talking. You want to fight? Do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? So selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later.
Shing!
No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right! Now we've got to deal with the ghosts! Let's do the Monokuma voice. I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we could do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. The master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. No kidding. What the fuck happened to you? Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. I think she might be lying. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then... When did you find out?
So,
Just now, I finished my search and came back down. Just in time to hear the class trial announcement. Took some time to get over the crime scene first. Can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were
However-
late. I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you're on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. How did she get that? What? Huh.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get into trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
And go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Assuming you get through the trial, Kyoko. Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem
because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? It's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Very, 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 very weird, guys. I don't know what to make of all this. Let's head down. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. 6 left. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. Just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Ah, I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we get together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills!
Let's get on with the show. What's with the new decorations? Looks awfully disco in here. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yes, let's save the data. Okay. I'm gonna go over some of the stuff that, just to remind myself, I'm gonna go over some of the truth bullets and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna actually start the trial properly next time around. So let's take a look. Truth bullets. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. So thicker than like an arrow, for example. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. They'd been in a fight previously. What time of the night? Okay. They were dead before the blast, right? Doesn't really say what actually killed the victim, whether it was the stabbing or the strike to the head. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet, while the bottom half remained dry. The body was wearing notably long fake nails, who were missing. The body had a tattoo of a dog on the back of the right hand. There were bits of charred debris near the body. It should be noted that the bomb which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym had disappeared. It's hard to imagine these two events are unrelated. Sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and this time is impossible to change. As such, it can be assumed that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. Yeah, because the bottom half was dry. 7 a.m., Makoto wakes to the morning announcement. 7:30 a.m., Makoto and Aoi arrive, that's Hina, I think, right? Arrive in the dining hall. 7:30 to 9, Makoto meets the others in the gym, and together they head to the headmaster's room. Toko is told, at 9 a.m., Toko is told to find the pickaxe in the garden, where she discovers the body. It's Toko that discovered the body. So sometime between 7:30 and 9 is when the body was placed there. The knife found near the body was the same knife that was used to stab it before the explosion. It's also the same knife that Toko had given to Makoto for safekeeping, and the knife the masked assailant was holding when they attacked Makoto. Tarp was hidden among the other items in the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime. The other side was completely clean and dry. The number of chickens in the chicken coop had decreased from 5 to 4. How the chickens work into this is going to be interesting to see. Yoshihiro claims that there were, without a doubt, 5 chickens just before nighttime last night, and yet Bikuya stated that there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night. So it can be assumed the murder must have taken place sometime after that. Bikuya also said that he, Yasuhiro, Toko, and Aoi were in the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point. Really doesn't seem good for Kyoko, does it? The corpse had a mask covering its head, and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen, and there were bloodstains around the wound. Why is it like that is Mondo's coat, I believe, too, right? Or it looks like Mondo's coat. So why would that coat be there? It's so strange. Body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground near the body. But the tarp didn't have blood on it either. If that was used to transport the body, it would have blood on it. There's also the duct tape. How does that fit in? Mukuro Ikusaba, female, known as the Ultimate Soldier, she became obsessed with the military from a young age, disappeared while on vacation in Europe, and reappeared in Japan 3 years later. Apparently every member of Fenrir gets tattoos somewhere on their body to represent their membership in the group. Apparently the killing game began with 16 participants, all students. It is assumed that Mukuro Ikusaba was the 16th student. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't want anyone to see. Oh, I see. So they're implying that Kyoko's also part of this Fenrir group. Or could be. She would have the she might have that tattoo. This woodblock decoration was found in Kyoko's room. Looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers in the dojo. A set of titanium arrows was found in a dojo locker. There appear to be 10 in total. Arrows fit into this. I have no idea. Along with the arrows, there's also a wadded up ball of duct tape in the locker. The duct tape had traces of blood on it. It's assumed that this is related to the case, but nobody can imagine how. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school. Sneak into the second floor of the dorms. This area seems to have no monitors or security cameras. Wow, okay. Set my skills. Did I get any new ones? I have 5 points to use. Handiwork. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. Effective during the bullet time battle. Thank God. Let's equip that. And I think that's it. This is going to be a shorter episode, guys, because I want to start the trial fresh on a new episode. Thank you so much. What is this? Memories float back. Kyoko is gone, and a mysterious mass body appears. Threads holding them all together. Never even noticed this scrolling thing before. Begin to spin and twine into one. Very cool. This is Luckless Lovelocks signing off for now, and I love you all. Class trial hype!